You are now listening to or watching the It Takes All Kinds podcast.
Yeah, and if you aren't, you can head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and listen to us now. Or head on over to Drib on YouTube and watch the video version as well.
And if you'd like to stay up to date on when we're releasing a new episode or any other fun information about the podcast, you can give us a follow on Instagram at It Takes All Kinds Podcast and on Twitter at ITAK Podcast. That's ITAK Podcast.
Without saying much else, we hope you enjoy this episode.
Can you just hang on one second? All right, yeah, what's up? Did you need something?
Hello, everybody! Welcome to the It Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 105.
That's right.
This is our 2-year anniversary of the show. We did one extra episode at some point in time.
Somehow, we went above and beyond for our
We
fans.
went above and beyond. This is Tuesday, March, I guess, 7th.
That's right.
Jesus. And you'll be hearing this on Friday, March 10th. So we did it.
What day? Okay.
So we're on episode 105 out of 100. So like we're 5 over
Right, we went over and
of the
it's-
new season.
We're gonna figure it out soon how we can go back.
Well,
Okay,
we're gonna retroactively.
I was gonna try and figure out. Okay, so the first okay, so March 12th will be our 2-year anniversary, which I believe is Sunday,
Yeah, that's Sunday.
right?
Yeah, because we used to record on like the weekends.
Why
We
was
used to
that?
record on like
Yeah, but we've always released an episode out on
Fridays. yeah.
Well, Friday, Thursday. It's technically. Oh, I haven't mentioned that in a while. It's technically, we say the episodes come out on Friday, but really they actually come out on Thursday night. Usually around 9 p.m. unless I'm really busy, like I have been the past couple weeks, and it's been later than that.
And it's all your fault.
And it's really all your fault, and we don't love you anymore. It's time to get a job. Gavin, it's great. It's been a great 2 years, and I'm glad we can just finally end it here.
Yep, this'll do it.
I think we've done enough. I think we've said enough.
What more is there to say?
I don't know. But
So-
happy to, for real, though, man.
So yeah, we did it. We did it to 2 years.
And what do we have planned for the 2-year episode today?
So much, man. We have. Do you want me to go through the doc?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So we're
Why
gonna
not?
do it. We're
Yeah, just
we're
take my job.
yeah. That's what I was
give
gonna
it to
say. Like, let's just go ahead.
Yeah.
We gotta catch up.
Let's see how well you can do it.
We gotta catch up.
If it's you keep telling me, oh, it's so easy.
So we
just
have
do it.
another Ohio train derailment. We have possibly Eric Andre teasing a new season.
Well, he did tease the new season. The season's already done. It's ready to go. It's packaged up and ready to.
Are you allowed to say that?
I mean, well. I mean, I think it's pretty public knowledge that it's been done. But I know people on the inside.
That's what I mean. Are you allowed to say that?
I think so. I've known for a while that it's been done. I saw the early cut. I did it. No, but I've known.
And then we also are going to wrap up with our Nextdoor Drama and our Watcha Listening To.
That's right. You guys should really stay tuned for this week's Nextdoor Drama because it's a fun one.
It's a good one.
We're gonna have a lot of fun with it, I think. But yeah, 2 years, man. We got literally nothing special.
Yeah,
planned
we
for
got almost 2 years worth of. So technically, we have.
Oh, you know what we do have? So
We have like that means that we have like 200, at least 200 song and album recommendations. Because we do one
Together,
each.
all together,
all
yeah.
together, yeah. So
I was like, math's a little weird on that one, but then I was like, oh,
Yeah.
right.
yeah, all together we have. So there's a lot of music out there that we recommended. So you guys can go check those out.
Yeah, you should. We don't really.
I don't fuck around with this music shit.
We don't really give enough. We don't really give enough, do we?
Give a little bit.
We don't really talk enough about how we always post our recommendations on our Instagram story every week, which Gavin has been doing so awesome. Right? This is the last episode.
Last of Us episode.
What's your favorite episode?
What's your favorite Last of Us episode?
What's your favorite Last of Us episode?
What's your favorite Among Us episode? Mogus.
Mogus. Tana Mogus.
Yeah. Mojo. Tana Mojo.
But why do we have nothing planned for our 2-year episode?
Well, we're fucking busy. We
are.
got shit to do.
We are. Thank you.
We take time out of our weekend.
It's
every week
about
to do this shit.
time somebody said it, Gavin.
We had shit to do this week. I still have shit to do tonight.
I think. Wait, hold on. What was that?
I don't like Big BJ Novak as an actor.
That's a good point, George.
That's you know we got to get on that better version of those.
I have it.
You have it?
Well, for office hours has it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I could inquire about using it further for my own personal gain, but as of right now, I haven't even used it for office hours yet.
It costs money,
feel
right?
Wrong. Yeah.
How much?
So the plan we have is like $12 a month or something.
Okay.
We have not. I don't think anybody's used it. Like everybody, me, Doug, Vic,
Has access.
Matt
to it.
has access to it, but I don't think anybody's used it yet. Which
Nintendo.
those guys should get on it.
Those guys should get off on it.
Don't look at me. No, I have some ideas I haven't done yet. But I would love to do so. I would love to use it for this, but obviously, like I said, I'm not gonna use it for my personal gain.
Please, Matt, can I use it? Please.
You think I can
Vic, please.
Could I use a Wevin Wabs to make my own stuff, my own funny stuff?
Please.
That's what it's called, a Wevin Wabs.
Yeah.
It is. It's called 11 Labs.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, your mom once owned 11 Labs.
Yeah. You're right.
I mean, kinda.
Yeah, kinda. In a way.
How are the puppies doing?
They're good.
We never talk about the dogs on this show.
Well, that one dang fangled one fucking died.
Which
She
one?
was like 14.
The one-
Maya, the old one.
Oh yeah, but that was a while ago.
Yeah, that was like back in September.
Way to bring it down.
Yeah.
Even though I'm gonna bring it down here in a minute.
They're good. They're good.
Yeah.
So I got the 3-legged one. Got Carrie we got the two mini dogs.
Ernie.
Yeah, Ernie and Bert. We have
They're
Everett.
so funny.
We have Everett and Amy,
Mhm.
and then Conan, the 3-legged one.
Yep.
And then the Princess of Darkness, Carrie, the brown brindle one. She still freaks me out.
She can
She's
be
so
a sweetie
weird.
though.
She's
but
really
she's
sweet,
very weird.
But it's just like she has that like look that she's gonna snap or something like that.
I think she's got something fucked up in the head.
Yeah. The way she prowls the hallways, she's just.
Does she prowl always?
Yes, the way she just like walks, the way she walks is like a fucking prowl. She's just like.
Well, she's on guard.
Yeah, I mean she's always and then her but yeah, my dogs are good. I think so.
Good.
How's Louie?
Lori. How's Lori?
How's
You
Lori?
still haven't even met Hazel, have you?
No, I think I met her once.
Can you prove that?
Yes.
Oh, maybe you did. Oh, 4th of July,
Yeah,
1978.
something like that.
Yeah, it was a good year.
Yeah, that was a good year.
They're doing good, man. Louis has turned into a little bit of how did I say it? How did I say it the other day? He's turned into a bit of a I can't remember what the word is, but he's
bugaboo.
like, he's just kind of like a little bit of a priss now because he's got Hazel around, so he's like,
oh,
yeah,
you're touching my food.
Right, he's like that.
Oh, you're touching everything.
And she's just like, I don't really care about anything.
I love touching everything.
Right, because she.
Oh, you guys are touching everything.
Stop! Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. I'm going to my room.
I was the one playing, not you.
What? It's my turn with this toy.
But thankfully, because of her, he has calmed down quite a bit.
That's good.
Just because, like,
it was a spaz.
He can't say that word anymore.
Real? Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well,
It's all
in
right.
America you can. You just can't say it overseas.
Right. So we're gonna keep saying.
So
it.
we're gonna keep saying it here.
Get offended. I don't care. Huh?
No, but he was bouncing off the walls. He was crazy.
Huh?
That was
Tell me about your fucking parliament.
Boris Karloff.
Yeah. How's your president Boris Karloff doing?
God is dead.
Fuck. Okay, I gotta find it.
That was a cue right there. That was.
It was. I didn't have it ready yet.
Here, we're going to a quick.
dead.
Okay,
I had it.
God is dead.
we're going to a quick ad read.
Please, God, just tell me stop. I don't want to do this.
One of my favorite personal finds there.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It was a good one. That's looking back on 2 years right there.
Yeah,
That was
really?
that was like 2 years ago.
No, it wasn't. That was like
Well,
maybe
it was
6
in the
months
past
ago.
2 years.
Oh, yeah.
obviously.
Yeah. speaking of the Ohio train derailment, I only saw the Tarticle and didn't really get into it with this one.
Well, let's do we want to just jump right in then? We'll just back up and go through other
Well,
things.
no, I was just no.
Let's just do it. Why not?
Okay.
And we can just come back. We can come
Yeah,
back.
we'll
and
go
talk about
back.
other stuff.
We'll go back.
We'll go
back.
So first of all, we're just jumping right into the Ohio
We're jumping
train
right into the Ohio.
train railman ranch.
Yeah. Well, the place that Doug said he was going to tour on,
Yes.
on our interview, and Carson thought he was talking about northern Iowa.
I heard Iowa.
He heard the vowels switched.
I'm really glad we're bringing this up again.
Really?
No. I heard Iowa.
He definitely said
went
Ohio.
over my head.
Yeah, Eastern Ohio.
But I
Uh-huh.
took the fall as looking like the idiot.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I didn't.
You got
I
him right
thought
back.
Hang on, Buster. Because I was like, I thought I heard Iowa. But come to find out, I asked Gavin later on what he thought he was saying. Because I was like, why didn't you laugh if you knew what he was saying? And then you were like, well, I just thought he was being serious about wanting to go to northern Ohio. So I'm not. Listen,
I thought
man,
he was serious. I mean, maybe
we were on different planes, but we were in the same plane at the same time on different levels.
Yeah.
It was like a double-decker plane, and
Yeah.
I was on the top, you're on the bottom.
Yeah, and you got him right back with your mom joke.
Well, yeah,
Was it
sure.
your mom joke?
I was trying to
you
get him.
did
I was
your
trying
mama
to
joke
get him
on
for
it.
that one.
Yeah.
I think I said it
I
before.
burned him. I burned him so fucking hard. I railed him on there.
Speaking of rails.
Speaking of rails.
Let's get back on them. So first of all,
Choo choo.
I didn't even. It's interesting.
All we had to do was follow the damn train, see?
That's pretty good. I was looking for my trains.
Academy training wasted. Listen to that horn! Yeah! Oh my God!
That's the train guy. It's interesting because you actually broke the news to me. You actually broke the news to me of the first train derailment in Ohio on the show. I had no idea about it. We were talking about something else, and then you were just like, I was thinking about it in the shower.
Yeah. You think about me in the shower?
A lot. And we were talking about something, and then you're just like, yeah, nobody's talking about the East Palestine, Ohio train derailment. And you made my brain like scramble up because I was like, I had no idea what you were talking about.
You said.
Here I am eating hot dogs.
And because I've heard of Palestine and I've heard of Ohio.
Yeah.
And then you add East into it, and then you put them together, and those things don't add up in my brain. So you damn scrambled my brain up. So you broke that news to me on the show.
Well, it's weird because East Palestine is Jerusalem. That's terrible.
I'm trying.
That's bad.
Over my head again. Is it bad?
No.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
because of
like Palestine's like inside of Jerusalem, and Eastern Palestine would be.
and we're trying to free them
We're trying to free Palestine.
from Israel's.
Israel's.
From the Israelites.
Can't say that on YouTube.
Can't say Israel?
Oh, just kidding. So this happened, and I
This
I
asshole
saw
fucks
it.
these words up, man. I mean, he's got words that he don't even need.
So like.
Yeah,
Thank
you broke
you.
the news to me. So now.
Thank you, Barry White.
You're welcome. Barry, did you hear what Gavin said?
Fuck this shit.
Okay, let's calm down. So after you told me about it, I did a deep dive into it,
Yeah.
right into the koi pond of the internet.
Koi ponds are deep.
And I got real red.
Got
about
red in the
it.
face. You were like,
I got-
"Dun."
I was real.
Like hot.
Yeah.
You-
It
yeah.
really did charge me up because I was like, I was mad that nobody was talking about it. I was mad that,
It eventually did become a national story.
yeah, but like nobody was talking about it. And then like
It all happened.
everybody's trying to cover it up.
Right.
All this stuff was going on.
Norfolk Southern was trying to cover it up they've been trying to cover it up.
Norfolk
Norfolk Southern.
And then you come to find out that really this kind of all leads back to Joe Brandon.
Well, kind of.
Listen, This tell you what I think, and then you tell me what you think.
Okay.
Because this union contract that the railway unions were asking for
Yeah.
was originally proposed, I guess, would that have been was in 2020, so I think Biden would have been in office at the time. They thought they could come to a conclusion, and then at the very end of it, the unions were
2021 was whenever he got into office. So he was voted in.
Okay, so so maybe it was during Trump's time. I don't know the timeline of
the way it
But
worked
anyways,
out,
yeah, they finally thought that they could get to reach the agreement. It didn't go through, so they gave a cool down period that expired in December of 2022. So that was brought to Biden's
the clock was
attention.
ticking in December 2022, and like everybody knew that
so
if it stopped, then it'd absolutely fuck everything
they
up.
would go on a strike.
Yeah.
So-
Well, they were already on a strike.
Right.
And then it would have like completely stopped all railings because they weren't allowed to operate if they didn't have an agreement.
So Biden hastily got something approved and literally just like forced it upon the railway unions.
Yeah.
And they had to pretty much sign it at that point. I don't know if they were pressured or if they literally were like,
I was going to blame I was going to blame Norfolk Southern for it because they didn't want the safety regulations that the union was demanding. So it was like it was like that kind of thing where the union was like, oh, we are working in unsafe conditions, trains are derailing more often than not. And then ironically now, like 6 months later, almost less than 6 months later, there's been like 3 at least major trail derailments. There's one outside of Detroit too.
Yeah.
And then there's this one, and then
which was Norfolk Southern again.
It was all like, it's actually insane that nobody's ever going to be held accountable for it.
Right.
And the fact that East Palestine, they're only being offered like $5 a person or something like that, $25 a person for sorry we poisoned
Something
you.
like that.
Something ridiculous where it's like, cool, that'll buy me not even a Big Mac at McDonald's right now.
Right. And it's interesting to me, and speaking of Big Macs, Trump went and visited a McDonald's in East Palestine.
No, you're right, yeah.
Which was a pretty good
That
move.
was
Did you hear what he said?
Yeah, he's like, I know the menu better than him.
I probably know the menu better than you do. Better than anybody.
Yeah.
But
and it's like that was a big like fuck up on Democrats. That was the shit on Democrats' face for not going at any point in time. Granted, Pete Buttigieg did go.
Finally,
but it was like during the same time that Trump was, and he was nowhere near as like, oh, I'm awesome and everything. Also, I guess Trump brought like expired water to like, there was like old water, like on pallets. People were like, how the fuck did he get this? It's like 10-year-old expired water.
He probably just had it saved up. He had a big golf tournament.
Yeah, probably actually. He probably bought it out of the basement of Far-a-Lago.
Far-a-Lago.
Yeah, there we go.
It's interesting to me that it's interesting and crazy that the fact that Norfolk Southern like didn't agree to the union's terms, which are already like fucked up and not great.
Yeah, they're not
begin
great.
with.
All what they wanted was more. They wanted at least paid time off for vacation. They're not like paid sick leave.
Paid sick leave, higher wages, better scheduling because they were like on call.
Yeah,
railway workers were like always on call.
Always on call.
Which I don't know anything about railways. I'll just get that out of the way. But
expert here.
How are trains not the most easy to schedule thing ever? You know what I mean? Like, what is so hard to schedule about trains?
Well,
that you have to
fine
put
if you have,
fucking
like,
people on call. What is that? Why is that a thing?
Especially because it's also like trucking. You know, where
Sure.
you need to move the product.
Yeah, but like when is?
But
it probably happens.
But
in
it's not just like
trucking, too.
one or two trains here and there. It's like, oh, this train will go to this place at the same time as
Sure.
this train. But it's like regionally, like all over the United States, there's like hundreds of trains going all day, every day.
Right.
Because
and why does that like?
Because then you also run into like collisions because they have to switch the tracks.
Yeah.
But
That's why I feel like it'd be better scheduled.
Yeah.
Like imagine if airplanes were like, you just show up in the morning and like we'll see where planes want to fly to, like whatever people buy the most tickets for is where it flies
they
to.
just probably don't.
And
have
then
the
we'll just
same,
call in. We'll just call in pilots, which
yeah.
they do now because there's pilot shortages. But that's another
pulling
story.
people out of retirement.
Right. It has nothing. I mean, it has to do with scheduling. But the planes will, are still scheduled to take off on time. And if they don't, they just cancel them. So it's just the fact. I mean, like I know trains and planes are different because
And automobiles.
And automobiles, starring Steve Martin.
Yeah. And John Candy.
Or was that Steve Martin?
Yeah.
It was Steve Martin.
Steve Martin, yeah.
Rest in peace, John Candy. I don't know. It's just weird to me that that's not better scheduled.
It is
I
kind
don't
of
know.
weird, but it's like there's so many.
I would love for some. Well, there's so many of anything. You know what I mean?
I don't know. It's just
we can schedule everything else.
But It should not be on the workers to figure out.
No.
It should be like the company itself.
And if it is on the workers that you're going to put them on call, pay them a fucking shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Because if we're so uppity
dependent,
about
also dependent on it.
Yeah, exactly. If we're so dependent on these people, if Biden literally said, our economy will shut down if the trains don't run. If that is so important, then we need to be paying these people top dollar.
Yeah.
Like seriously, we just do. If they're so important, which they are, then pay them adequately, or you're going to have more shit like this happen, and then you're going to piss off a whole bunch of people.
You're not going to believe this, but people would probably want the job more if it pays better. You're not going to believe this. You're never going to believe this.
You're going to get a bunch of people who are going to.
You're probably going to find people who are going to be like, yeah, you know what? I think I will be a rail worker today. It's not just like putting down track and moving the train over it. It's it's piloting the trains, loading the trains.
You're not
whatever. It could be whatever,
tracks.
But But I mean, it's not unskilled labor. You know what I mean?
No.
There's no such thing as unskilled labor, but this is very much like skilled labor. This is like these people are specialized and like it takes time, and there's a reason why there's a union is because they would trains. We even learned this in high school history. You know what I mean? Like train people were always exploited.
Yeah,
always exploited.
Right.
Like the Irish, the Mexicans, you had the Chinese rail workers, like they have statues in some places that like like show that like they worked very hard, but it's just like there's a reason why unions exist is because they were always exploited. So
right, exactly.
It's just you need to meet the demands of the union, and you can't just force it down. Force the opposite of what they want, and then expect perfection afterwards.
Right. That's why I always find like.
I'm not saying that they're like going out of their way to like sabotage this either. I'm just saying that it's disappointing.
No. I always once I understood what unions are and how they operate and stuff like that. Like it was always one of those like light bulb moments where you're like, oh, what the fuck? Like this is so simple.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And it was like, why are people even against unions? If you're against a union as a business owner, just pay your workers adequately, treat them fairly.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it.
And then you won't even have unions.
Yeah.
Like in unions, I'm not like saying, no unions.
Yeah,
unions are great. We're going to need to keep them because there's still fucking idiots out there.
Plenty of that.
Right.
Plenty of exploiters.
But it's like, if that's such a problem, then just like, just treat them fairly. And then you won't have to cry about it. And that goes for a lot of things. Like there's always such a simple answer to like, the world's biggest problems, and it's like, and some of them are like easier said than done, but like this is a situation that really isn't.
What are you, a poli-sci major? Everything's so easy to be easily figured out.
I don't even know anything about poli-sci's. Gavin, I'm over here fighting for trains rights.
And trains rights you are, because this is the second derailment in Ohio.
Yes, let's get to the actual.
So Norfolk Southern saying that there was no.
More like Norfolk Southern.
Yeah, Norfolk Southern. Fuck you, Norfolk Southern. I need like a spinning thing, and it's just explosion. Fuck Norfolk Southern.
Yeah, we'll get on it.
Yeah,
I got nothing else to do, so I'll just get right on that.
Yeah, please.
Of course.
But maybe there were no harmful chemicals on board. It is
interesting. So this happened on this past Saturday, the 4th of March. Literally, not 10 days, but like maybe 15 days after the first one happened. I'm sure it says somewhere, but in Ohio, near Columbus, I believe. It was in Springfield, Ohio. So the East Palestine was February. Okay, so almost exactly a month after the East Palestine derailment. Multiple agencies responded to the derailment in Clark County about 38 minutes from Columbus around 5 p.m. The 212-car train was headed to Birmingham, Alabama from Bellevue, Ohio. So anyways, they claimed that they went and checked right away to make sure that there were no hazardous chemicals. And apparently there is not. But when it happened, they told everybody to stay put around that area just in case there was, which is, why was that not a thing before now? And it's not going to be like, if we don't have another derailment for a while.
You learn from your mistakes,
Yeah, but if there's not another derailment for like say another 6 months, when the next one happens, they're not going to tell everybody to stay put because they'll have forgotten that they were supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Like that's not going to be a requirement anymore. It's just because they were so it's been so frequent.
Well, I don't
now.
think it's going to be another 6 months before the next one.
Oh, for sure. No, of course it's not.
I mean, it's
No.
shitty and horrible that this happens, but
On
you
the
know.
chance that it somehow is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like,
So.
yeah. So
Don't let it
that
happen.
happened.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and like I even think back to like, I remember
There was that one in like East
Palestine.
No, but in Dupo, like Illinois, there was that
Yeah,
one a couple
that
years
was an
ago.
Amtrak.
That was an Amtrak.
Well, maybe there was a different one.
No, but there was one that was like, I don't think it was Norfolk Southern, but it was, or maybe it was, but there was that one where like it was like a big fire. I could see it from my dorm.
Oh yes, I
in
do
Dupo.
remember
It was just like a train just caught fire.
that happens.
Yeah, but like I don't think it was a derailment. But I remember they were like, we're just working on putting it out.
We're just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring up how right before we went to Chicago on the Amtrak train from St. Louis,
Yeah.
there was a really bad
Yeah,
derailment
yeah.
with an Amtrak train that like
Was
I
going to
think
Wisconsin?
killed a few people. I want to say.
They were going to Wisconsin, right?
Right. And that was the same thing. They were like, well, we're low staffed. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to fucking work. It's it's the same thing with hauling people. It's just more precious cargo, kind of. I mean, hazardous chemicals are going to...
Would be really
more
cool to
people.
have a high-speed rail system in the United States.
It'd be really cool to have a high-speed rail crash.
Yeah.
Norfolk Southern should,
They should
get on
run
the bullet train.
Yeah, they should run Amtrak.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good idea.
Just consolidate everybody.
We just need any sort of public
We should
transit everywhere.
put more people on like shipping trains.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Did you see that article
Like hobos?
about that kid who was
Yeah,
stuck
who
in
like
a
was
shipping
playing
container?
was playing hide and seek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That
they found
happens.
him on a boat.
I
It's
remember when that
happened to
happened. I was gonna say I remember that happened to you.
Yes.
We had to travel all the way over to like
East Palestine.
No, I was
Not
gonna say
Ohio.
Oklahoma.
Oh, right.
We had to go to Oklahoma, major shipping center there.
Yeah. Was I on what I can't remember. Was I on a
You were never found. By the way, you
Oh,
were
I just
the
came
the
back.
seeker.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
we were-
weird.
But I got stuck on the train? Wow.
Yeah.
I don't remember this story too well.
Yeah, you were running out, and it was like, wait, and then the doors closed.
And then they shut it on me.
Yeah, and then they like, and then put you on a boat down
What?
the stream,
Up to Oklahoma, apparently.
up to Oklahoma,
Down to Oklahoma,
up,
apparently.
down to Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's down. Yeah, it is down.
Yeah, Southwest.
Luckily,
Never eat soggy waffles. Soggy waffles.
you ever played that game with your friends?
You ever play Boo Waffle with your friends? That's a dying meme, by the way. That's like that's a dead internet thing.
Oh yeah.
If you look up
cares.
Blue Waffle, you just see a literal blue waffle.
I don't know if I ever found a picture of what I
Me
was
neither.
supposed to
I
be
don't
looking
think so.
for.
I never did either, but I only ever saw the picture. But everybody's like, it's so bad if you look it up. If you look it up, it's so bad.
What even was it?
I don't know. I think it was something like the clap.
Oh, I gotta look it up now.
Carson, we're running out of time.
Oh shit! I should have looked it up. Planned Parenthood. What is it? What's a blue waffle? Blue waffle is totally, completely, 100% urban legend. It doesn't exist. Okay. Thank you, Planned
That
Parenthood
was a
for
really quick click off.
ruining my childhood. Gavin, my grandpa passed away. this
Dude,
past
that's
week.
sick. Dude, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, no, it did happen. I just didn't know how to transition from blue waffles to a serious topic. But yes, my grandpa did pass away. Last Thursday.
Well,
And obviously it's upsetting. I was very close with my grandpa,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna dwell on this too long, so don't get all uptight about me being sad. I'm doing well. That was me on the boat up down to Oklahoma, and yeah, we were. I was always very close with him, and he meant a lot to me, and eventually I'm gonna make an Instagram post about it, kind of talking about him, because like he meant a lot to me, like comedically, because he was just like, he was so funny,
quick-witted.
like, super quick-witted. Like I feel like that's where I get it from, even though I'm like still trying to build up my quickness of witness. But yeah, so like comedically he meant a lot to me, because he like was literally the funniest person I knew was just always so quick, was always so on it with that stuff. And like, so we just had a really close relationship. And so, but it wasn't a surprise that he passed away. It was kind of like, I mean, it was always kind of imminent.
Yeah.
I felt like
it was on the horizon.
Yeah. Cause it was like, he was type 1 diabetic since he was in his early 20s. And once you get older, that obviously causes more health problems. And then like, you know, I think it's even a miracle that he lived to 88.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah, I mean that's really old.
And I attribute all of that to my grandma, who just took care of him for years and years and years, like to the point where like her job became being his caretaker, and she fucking did it to the umpteenth degree.
Mm-hmm.
Like did everything for him, even though he was sometimes a bastard and
yeah,
you know,
kind of a hard ass.
Yeah, he was a hard ass to her, and like, you know, he I mean, I don't want to talk bad about somebody, but you know, definitely never really like, I felt like gave her the credit that she deserved, but like we always did, and I always made sure to make that very clear. And I know that he loved her and everything like that. It was no like hard feelings, but that's just what happens when you grow up in the 30s. You know what I mean?
But it was also like, the old wife, the old ball and Jane.
Exactly. You know, and like I said, he respected her, but it was just like, it was a different thing.
Yeah.
But anyways, it was kind of imminent, so like it was obviously sad when it happened, because it was like, it was imminent, but like the way it happened was very sudden.
Yeah, very
and I
quick,
won't get into that, but like, you know, it just kind of happened, and then it was just kind of like, you know, it's been like sad ever since. And I was kind of telling Gavin before that the funeral is not. It's a week from today, or a week from tomorrow, whenever we're recording this. And I think that will
pop out.
Yeah, so pop out. I'll give you the address. So I think I'll know my true feelings on it after then. But, you know, just trying to stay positive, stay busy, doing stuff. I mean, you know, obviously I'm going to be fine. It's just like a sad thing that happened. But it was kind of interesting. I wanted to bring up that last week, before and after the show,
the blue waffle.
I brought up blue waffles, and then I transitioned by saying my grandpa died.
Yeah.
That I thought that was interesting. No, so last week when my grandpa was in the hospital, I just came back from visiting him before we recorded the last episode, and then he passed away that next day. And it was interesting because like you and I had like kind of a heart-to-heart talk about that before and after the show, and like I'm just like, it was interesting that it happened like the day before he passed, but like I also felt like that. I'm glad that happened that day.
Yeah.
Because like that made me kind of get some of it out, but then also like, you know, I know you were super close with your grandpa, and like that was a hard thing for you to experience. So like having that conversation was like super helpful. But so anyways, that happened. I'm doing well. I'm going to keep doing well. But yeah, just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah.
Don't mean to put a damper on anything, but it's a big part of my life, you know?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that.
Did your grandpa like Al Pacino movies?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. He was a big, I was telling you, he's a big cowboy movie
spaghetti
fan.
Westerns.
I know he really liked Die Hard.
Oh, really?
He really liked Die Hard. But yeah, thank you for transitioning into Al Pacino movies, Gavin, because on a lighter note, this past weekend I had a big Al Pacino
blowout
movie.
Al Pacino sale.
Had everybody come over. We watched every one of his movies.
Godfathers 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, 3.
All on the same night.
I have not. I've seen Godfather, but
you were telling us over the Christmas party you had watched like Godfathers 1, 2, and 3.
Oh yeah, Johnny and I kept.
Johnny.
So I think we talked about that on the show.
No, I don't think we did. But
did we? I thought we did.
Maybe we did.
Well, if we didn't, I'll keep it. If we did, I'll keep it brief. Either way, but for some reason, I just spit a alarming amount onto my laptop screen. Johnny stayed a couple days over at my apartment.
You guys watched Godfather.
He stayed over at my apartment for a couple days, and before our drip Christmas party, which if you don't know what that is, look it up. And at the Christmas party, I don't remember if him and I had started the joke before everybody even got there, or if we just like started it. I think he started it once everybody got there.
Yeah.
And we pretty much just kept telling everybody that we had just watched Godfather.
Watched all of them one night.
1, 2, and 3 the night before. And we kept making a big deal about it to the point where everybody was believing that we actually did that. And we would whenever you guys would ask, we really did that. We were like, yeah, of course. It's crazy. Like we were just.
I didn't think you did, but anyway.
No, because so I've seen 1 and 2, but I don't remember anything about them because I was high on pain pills because I just got my wisdom teeth taken out.
Oh, okay.
And I did watch both of them back to back that time, but I don't remember. I literally don't remember anything.
So you watched.
So I need to rewatch them.
So what movies did you watch this weekend?
So it was just happenstance that I wasn't like, I'm going to watch Al Pacino movies this weekend.
You know who's got a big discography? It's Al Pacino.
It's Al Pacino. You know who's...
Filmography. Sorry.
Speaking of death, you know who's going to die soon? Al Pacino, probably. He's getting up there.
Jimmy Carter. He's probably been in movies before.
What movie was he in? Mr. Carter? So on Friday, didn't have a plan of what I was going to watch, but I knew I wanted to watch a movie. And I was scrolling every streaming service in town. And then I came across A Dog Day Afternoon. I would say A Dog Day, but I think it's just Dog Day Afternoon. And I always heard of that movie and heard it was a good movie.
Today Was a Good Day by Ice Cube.
Yeah, right. That's the movie.
Ice Cube.
And
Ice Cube?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it Ice Cube?
No, it's Al Pacino. So I'd always heard about this movie, but I'd never seen it. And I didn't really know what it was about.
It is Ice Cube.
Yep. Already confirmed that twice. And is
Ice Cube in Dog Day Afternoon?
Yeah, he was in it in 1975.
Doggy Daycare?
Doggy Style? With Snoop Doggy Style?
Yeah.
Snoop,
Dog Day.
Snoop Doggy Style.
There's a place in Belleville, Illinois that's called Dog Day Afternoon Belleville.
Does it have Ice Cube?
Is
that the place where Ice Cube lives?
It's a pet supply store. Ice Cube lives there.
He lives there with Al Pacino.
With Cappuccino.
Jalapeno.
With Frappuccino.
Thank you for the segue, Gavin.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, okay.
You know what would go good on a
Al
Dog
Pacino.
Day Afternoon would be a cappuccino.
An Al Cappuccino.
Uh-huh. That's a joke that's never been done before, I don't think.
Oh, certainly not. And I'm sure he's never heard it before either. So It's
got a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I thought it was just like a straight up mafia movie. That was just my assumption. Didn't know anything about it.
Sunny.
Yeah. I'll give you the plot. It's a bank robbery movie, and it like starts like right at the very, like there's no planning or build up. It's like it starts with them walking into the bank.
Oh wow, okay, cool.
And it just like gets right into it.
That's cool.
And no joke.
Good movie.
It is one of my favorite movies of all time. Like it's up there with like Goodfellas now.
Yeah.
Not above Goodfellas, but it's like it's one of my favorite movies of all time now.
Yeah.
Like it's so good. And it's like what I love most about it is it's like you can kind of watch it and take it seriously, but I didn't know anything about it.
Were you high?
I can't confirm or deny. And I found it was really funny. Like there's just really comical things because they just kind of keep fucking up.
Oh yeah, okay.
And so like, and I kept looking it up and I was like, is Dog Day Afternoon a comedy? And like nowhere was saying that it was a comedy.
Wild,
like,
tense, and twisted.
Oh, it was. But yeah, it's funny, but it's also like serious at times.
And also really funny at those same times that it's supposed to be really serious.
There's also like 5 straight minutes of people yelling, everybody get back, and it's just like a bunch of like jump cuts of people screaming like get back, like get away, put your gun down for like 5 minutes straight, and I'm like, why is this scene so long? And it's just it's
and
a
I'm
great
surprised
movie.
It's not a Martin Scorsese film. It is a Sidney Lumet,
who I don't know anything about.
Me neither. Sidney Lumet.
Sidney
Arthur Lumet was an American film director. He died in 2011.
Huh.
Rest in peace. He's got 2 daughters, Jenny and Amy Lumet.
2011, never forget.
Yeah, never forget.
So, I fucking loved it. So, next Saturday rolls around, right? That's the next day. And I'm back at night, perusing all of the streaming services.
Oh, he was the guy that directed 12 Angry Men.
Haven't seen it.
And Network and The Verdict.
The Social Network?
And Prince of the City.
haven't seen any of those movies. I want to see 12 Angry Monkey or Men.
12 Angry Monkey.
What's the one about the monkeys? 12 Monkeys.
2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah, the one about the monkeys.
The one about the monkeys.
I wasn't high when I watched that either. But thank you for asking. So Saturday rolls around and I'm back scrolling the apps, and I was like, "Ooh, Scarface." I'm like, I'm kind of feeling Al Pacino because there's never
That was Al
Is it
Pacino.
your ringtone.
Yeah,
I've never really been like a huge Al Pacino fan. Like he's good, he's fine. I haven't really,
Robert De Niro are in so many movies together.
are inseparable.
They're inseparable. Two little gay Italian men.
Of course, and everybody knows it.
Well, everybody knows that Italians are just super horny.
Yeah, thank you for that's a good stereotype to spread, Gavin.
No, I'm saying that because the Cuomo brothers said something like that. There was like they said something along the lines.
But they can
of like,
say that.
Oh, but we're Italian.
You
we're
can't
horny.
say that because you're not Italian.
Who's to say? What are you gonna do? Check my blood?
Who says I haven't? You're 6% Sicilian. I see. You're 6% Sicilian slice. God, Kevin, you're so racist. So
Making fun of Italians is always acceptable.
Okay, don't pile on top of it.
You're digging yourself a fucking grave.
You're digging a grave. Scarface isn't even about Italians. It's about Cubans. It's about Cubans, man. Have you ever seen it?
No.
Oh, that's how they say it. They always say, man.
Well, I mean, I know how
mate.
Albert Pujols talks. He's from Dominican Republic.
I'm not going to do any
Rico.
more of the accent because then it will get racist.
Yeah,
But I will say they say, man,
yeah,
all the time.
yeah.
Dude, you're really doing it this week, man. God, this episode's gonna have to be cut down, isn't it? So I turn on Scarface, never seen it before, and
A guy with a scar comes on screen.
it's 3 hours long. It's very
I do know
long.
it's long.
And
After
think-
watching Dog Day Afternoon,
which was 2 hours.
you watched.
no, it's almost 3 hours.
Did you watch Dog Day Afternoon and then Scarface right
back
after?
to back? No,
Really?
the next day.
Oh, okay.
I watched Dog Day Afternoon Friday, fell asleep, so I had to finish it Saturday morning. So Saturday night,
Woke up, fell asleep on the couch, woke up, started Dog Day Afternoon again, fell back
started
asleep,
the whole thing over.
farted it all over again, and then then you fell asleep again, and then you started Scarface.
Yeah, I mean, kinda.
Yeah.
Just in like a longer time span, though. Oh, it's over. All right, restart it.
It's over?
All right, restart it.
Anytime you fall, you have to restart immediately as soon
All
as you
right,
fall asleep.
restart it.
All right.
Credits roll. Oh, dang it!
Missed it.
Restart it. So I'm watching Scarface. The first half way better than the ending. The ending is not great. It's a little. It gets.
I've heard
it
the same
gets
thing about sex.
Corny.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely have heard the same thing about sex.
The end is the worst part. It hurts. Oh God, it hurts.
God, it bothers me.
Oh, it really gets under my skin. And my
God,
and
it
my
sucks.
and my fingernails.
It gets everywhere.
The end of sex gets everywhere. Gavin, you're really on one today. You're gonna have to dial it back a bit, man.
Sorry.
You're worrying me.
Somebody stop me.
I'm afraid of what you might say.
You ever watch
next.
The Mask?
So far you've said the S word. You've made fun of Italians and then doubled down on it by saying it's okay to make fun of Italians.
Yeah, it's always good to make fun of Italians.
You asked me about something I haven't openly talked about on the show.
What?
Not well, I pretty much have. I just haven't. You said it for me, so it was okay.
Yeah.
And then you brought up sex.
Yeah. I'm feeling it.
Oh God, this angle is really bad now. What happened? What did you do? Pull that tripod leg out a little bit. Hold that. No. Bye. The one on your left. On your left. Okay, hold that hold the middle leg and then pull the left one out. Pull it out as far as it'll go. There you go. That just made it so much worse, I think. Here, you hold down the show, just don't say anything bad and I'll fix it. You got a big hole now. Oh, it's over. I gotta delete some things.
What?
Hold the show. I gotta delete some things.
Oh.
The card's full.
Oh, Carson has to delete some things off the card.
Your favorite scene is Scarface.
I've never seen Scarface.
What's your favorite Al Pacino movie?
To be honest with you, Carson, I haven't watched like any of the like good movies.
You've never seen an Al Pacino movie in your life?
Let me look through his discography.
His disgusting.
Al Pacino movies. Al Pacino movies. What's he got here? No, I'm not even kidding. I have not seen any of these movies.
Really?
None. Not even Jack and Jill.
Not even Jack and
Not even. God damn, he's in so many movies.
Yeah, he's old, man. He's probably gonna die soon. I don't even know how old he is.
Was he in The Irishman?
Yeah.
Was
Did you
he?
see that?
No.
Why'd you bring it up?
I'm
Yeah, he's in
curious.
it.
Oh yeah, there he is.
All the old guys are in it.
Yeah, Al Pacino, Don Cicino,
Chris Cornell.
Cornelli.
Back to Scarface.
So Scarface, very long.
Yeah, and
This is the one where he goes, say hello to my little friend.
That's right. Me.
At the end of every sentence, he goes, man.
Yeah. I mean, kinda. Him and Manny. Me.
Maybe he was talking to Manny?
Definitely not as good as Dog Day Afternoon. It was fun. It was enjoyable.
A romp.
It was a romp and a half. Not as great as I was hoping for it to be.
Mm-hmm.
That was my weekend. Just Al Pacino, really.
Really?
What was yours?
I went out to the Sloop men's basketball game on Friday. They won against Dayton. It was neat to see a college basketball game.
Dayton, Ohio?
Yeah, the Dayton, Ohio Flyers.
Were they coughing a lot
What?
from the vinyl chloride?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Did you ask them about it?
No, didn't get the opportunity.
I don't think Dayton's anywhere near.
I don't think
East
so.
Palestine. Southern Palestine.
Yeah. So went to that game. That was fun. It was $20 to go, so I was like, sure, let's go. Probably could have went to the Muse concert because I didn't really study that much on Sunday. I told myself I'd study on Sunday, and I didn't study that much on Sunday. So I probably could have went to the Muse concert.
And you did.
They didn't go on until like 9. So
yeah, he said
I was like,
if they finished at like 11. Florida Blake, shout out by the way.
I wasn't. I just couldn't bring myself to do it just because it was like, it was a little bit expensive on the higher side. I saw him for $35 in 2018.
That's a steep.
2017, I think, and that was nice. It was outside, and
well, you know about inflation.
Yeah, but I could probably. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it was a rockin' show, and I'm sure it was a blast. But
that's what I heard.
I just the fact that you told me that they played "You Make Me Feel Like It's Halloween" from Florida Blake, I was one reason to not go.
You made it sound like they played a song called "You Make Me Feel Like It's Halloween" by Florida Blake. Is the way you said it?
Yeah. Sorry.
No, I just thought it was funny.
That's
some deep lore with the show, and the fact that they actually played it live. Is
that is
so insane.
Disturbing. Why would you do that to? Why would you subject an entire audience?
Especially
it looked like it was packed. I'm not even
Yeah.
kidding. It looked like it was a full stadium.
Especially in March. Why would you play "You Make Me Feel Like It's Halloween" in March?
Wow.
Well, probably because they just got done hearing all the Spirit Halloweens in Walmarts.
Yeah.
Their
and
TikToks.
So instead I studied and scrolled TikTok intermittently.
Instead, you
probably should have studied more, but I just you
Instead-
live and you learn.
Instead, you had your own Halloween.
Yeah, I had my own little Halloween the Sunday scaries.
They're feminine boys. What are we gonna do about that?
It's great, man.
Did you put that track in the background there?
Nope.
I didn't even realize that before.
Nope.
So that was really my weekend. Went out on Saturday.
Nice. Nice.
Saw some friends.
Some friends. So, is that it?
Yeah, I think that was it. That's all I really did.
So, Gavin.
Had some garlic knots. Those were good.
You know what? I've never had garlic knots.
They were good. I mean, it's literally just like a garlic bread ball, but
right.
That's the way it was. But
where did you get them from again?
Epic Pizza.
That's
Soulard.
You told me that.
No.
You fucking told me that. It was funny because I think I saw your Snapchat or Instagram story post or something about garlic knots, mentioning garlic knots. And then it was weird because like pretty soon after that, I got an Instagram reel
Reel
that I've gotten before.
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like a delicious food item at first, and then like most of my Instagram food reels gets really disgusting. It's this man, he makes garlic knots, and it's in a restaurant. Puts them in like a tinfoil kind of like pie tin kind of thing. Covers them in tons of pepperoni, which was like okay, and then he just like mounds mozzarella cheese on it, like packs it into it, like too much. And you already know my recent cheese experience.
Yeah.
So I was like,
so you're like, this is probably really good.
And then he cooks it, and then it's just like cheese soup with bread on the bottom. And then it made me think that's exactly what happened to my frozen pizza experience.
Maybe
so that was
like
probably just like mush.
Really good.
There's no way that could have been good. And then you think about all the grease from the pepperoni like seeping into the dough, and it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
So that really fucked me up, and then I didn't want to have garlic knots anymore.
Sorry. They were good though.
It's all your fault.
Yeah.
Speaking of Instagram, Gavin, did you see any of Eric Andre's Instagram?
I think I saw a little bit of it, but I didn't really get into it.
So
didn't really look that much into it. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I thought maybe he was advertising like a special or something. I didn't know it was Eric Andre season 6, 7.
Yeah. So
6.
I think it's 6. So he South by Southwest, I guess, is a guest.
Oh, that's where I saw that.
Right. And he's having I believe his birthday party.
Yeah, 6 season.
At South by Southwest, which friend of the show.
His birthday last year was crazy too.
And I think this is like, it's a birthday show. I think either a part of South by Southwest or separate from it, but it's in Austin where South by Southwest is happening. And friend of the show, DJ Doug Pound, is performing at it. Is like a comparison? Do they look similar?
Entertainment Weekly.
Are you just showing me how they look similar?
Yeah. They're both lesbian.
God, this is just I'm going to name this episode We Got Canceled.
Yeah.
Or We're Getting Canceled. Because you're really doing it in. Friend of the show, DJ Doug Pound, is playing at it. Isn't that exciting, Gavin? And they just teased that they're going to be showing a teaser of the Eric Andre Show season 6 at South by Southwest. So then he started posting all of those stills, I'm assuming from the new season.
Surprise, mother.
And it looked like there was some reoccurring characters coming back for this one, which is cool. But there's also some ones that I was like, what the fuck can that even be? There's one where he's standing in like a revolving door, like in New York City. There's broken glass on the ground. There's just blood all over him and all over the door. It's insane.
I did see that. I think I saw that. That's what I saw.
And yeah, it got me so excited because I was like, oh, I can't wait to see that. And of course, if you don't know, friend of the show, DJ Doug Pound, has edited every single season, including this one that's coming out.
That was an accident, I swear to God.
And yeah, but he's spoiler alert, he edited this one. I don't know if that's really a spoiler. I think it's probably just known. But I thought that was really cool. You seem less excited about it than I was hoping you would be. I thought you'd be more excited about it.
I don't think I watched much of that last season.
I thought we watched all of it. Didn't we? Didn't we watch a lot of it together? It was a long time ago. That came out 2020. Like around Halloween 2020.
Really?
I think so. I think so. It was at least close to that time because that's when we watched it, I remember.
It was 2020, yeah.
I didn't see any of it, and you were like, oh, we got to watch it. And so we sat down and watched it on Halloween while we ate pop.
Oh, yeah, Blandable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because that was when Hannibal leaves the show.
Yeah, and like
Like
and
actually
then they have Black Hannibal come on the show.
Right.
Yeah, okay, now I remember that season.
Yeah, it was good, man. And I'm excited for
Blandable.
I'm excited for this next one.
It was like a big black dude too.
Yeah.
Like that he didn't talk.
And he had I remember he had did he have a big they exaggerated the kind of the way that Hannibal's kind of bald back of his head was kind of shaped, and they made it stick out really far, didn't they? Or am I imagining that incorrectly?
I think you're imagining that incorrectly.
I think you know what? That might have been an earlier season. Oh yeah. They did it in an earlier season where they had do you remember that episode where they had a fake Eric Andre look-alike and a fake Hannibal look-alike come in and talk over each other? That's the one I'm thinking of.
I just love the concept of just having like a show and they make it seem like you're gonna be on like Jimmy Fallon.
Right.
And I think that's what they do.
And I think Lil Nas X, he posted a picture of Lil Nas X, like I'm assuming like backstage. So I'm assuming he's on an episode.
It's probably really uncomfortable. And also, I think it's funny. I think one guest was like, it smells in here.
Oh yeah, they like especially the early seasons when nobody knew about it. They would like people would get really upset.
Especially whenever like a hand was reaching out for. I forgot about that. There was like a hand reaching out from under the chair.
There was one where there was like
hilarious.
they pretended there was rats in the chairs, and it was like I think it was some girl.
Yeah, there was like hands coming out of the bottom of the chair.
Yeah,
and then like his desk would randomly move, and like it just like went away from him, and he was like, well, I can't do anything about that.
Right. Oh, I can't find this picture.
Well, like that's there's so many really good episodes of that where it's like,
great, man. That's why I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, I will say
season.
that one thing, if I had a criticism of the Eric Andre show, is that the endings blow. Like the endings there's just no good way to end those shows. So I understand.
Oh,
but
I
like
think
the
that's
endings just kind of it's just very
Yeah. Well, I think that's kind of the point of it. Is that it leaves you with nothing.
That was also the season where like they like made like this set and they gave people money and then they like burst through the walls and started breaking like all the walls.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Forgot about that.
I forgot about that. There's a lot.
Speaking of comedy shows, I need to watch. I need to watch The Rehearsal. I sent you Nathan Fielder's acceptance speech.
I still never watched the last.
or some shit. I don't even know what it was.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was either, but it looked like a big deal.
Looked like it had a lot of people in a tent.
It was really funny.
Yeah.
His acceptance speech.
Yeah.
But I've watched every single episode besides the last one.
Oh, okay.
I never watched it.
Is there another season of it coming, or is that it? Was it a one-off?
I think so. I don't know.
I
don't remember.
Okay.
A lot of On Cinema people work for that show. Well,
Good.
maybe not a lot, but a few.
Nice.
The On Cinema director is the director of or producer, not director. Well, the director of On Cinema is a producer on The Rehearsal.
I see.
That's a mouthful. Eric Notorticola. Departapitola. Gavin's looking it up. He's going to fact check me right now.
It has been confirmed for a second season.
That's good news. I think I knew that. Gavin, what do you say we do a little snore snarma?
Yes.
So if you don't know, Nextdoor Drama is a little segment we do pretty much every week where we take a little trip down to the Nextdoor app, nextdoor.com if you're using a web browser. It's a blog for your neighborhood, which I found out recently can extend to however far you want it to be. So I have no idea what radius mine is in. It doesn't really matter because I still find gold literally every week. Literally find gold, comedy gold every week.
We get rehearsal type stuff happening here.
Yes. I'll be taking my acceptance speech very soon. And every week we find a little blog entry, and what we do is we script it out. We script out the entry and the comments, and we reenact it as if that online conversation happened in real life as a dramatic reenactment, and we assume what the characters are like based on how they talk and act. This week, our Nextdoor drama is titled BOGO. Now, Gavin, I will be playing the main character, Deborah, who is, of course, as usual, a stuck-up white woman. Gavin, you will be playing two characters. You will be playing Tim, who I've titled as the voice of reason, and you will be playing Craig.
You want me to talk like this?
Who is a goober. He's a goofball.
Do you want me to talk like this? Or do you want me to talk like Gorge? Like,
I just want you to be like, kind of like this, kind of like what we were doing earlier.
Okay.
And I think Craig has been around before.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And I need to tell you right now, Gavin, respect the spaces with dots. Please respect those and give them their full time. Give them as much time as you want to give them, but please respect them. So here we go. Here we go. This is the Nextdoor Drama intro. Nope, that's the outro. Here's the intro. Got it mixed up. I'm not even reading it. I'm just looking at you. This week on Nextdoor Drama. My husband and I went to eat lunch at the IHOP off Cave Springs the other day. The day before, we both received emails saying their 5 crepes were BOGO. We entered there, were customers eating, but no one seated us. Several people working there made eye contact with us, but let us wait about 5 minutes until anyone approached us to be seated. When she did, she was also our server. She threw the menus on the table and walked away. We searched the menus and saw nothing about the BOGO offer or the different types of crepes listed in the email. When the server came back, we asked her about the ones we saw advertised, and she said, as she pointed out a couple of varieties, that was all they had. My husband brought up the BOGO offer, and she looked at us dumbfounded. She took my phone and looked at it again, and then told us that they don't take email offers. So we said, okay, and started to leave. Then she asked us if we had the app, and I showed it to her. And she said, since the offer wasn't in my app, it didn't exist. Then she went and got her manager, who said that since the email did not have a code, they would not honor it. I asked if a screw-up by their corporate offices was really my fault for not including the code. The server had gone to the kitchen while we spoke to the manager, and she came back and said the GM said to honor it. What has happened to basic customer service? This took about 20 minutes to settle. How ridiculous. They should have just let us leave without making such a prolonged scene.
Email could have been fake.
No, it was not a fake. It came from the corporate offices.
Servers are overwhelmed and overworked. I don't think they could have a cheery disposition all day. Patience is definitely the word of the day.
When one works with and for the public, that is part of the job. We shouldn't always give these people who are disrespectful to the guests a pass. They should be a little grateful that the public is coming so they have a job. And the business can stay open for other workers that need that job. Also, who knows what stress or sad difficult issues the guests may be going through, and they want to break from them. They want to break themselves from all of that and just want a nice meal, a different atmosphere, etc. Being nice and respectful of and to others never goes out of style. It's a dying trait that needs to be taught again.
I read the post. Once you get a fish on the hook, you shouldn't let it get away. If crepes work for bait, I will be hooked as well. I'm a Pisces fish. One on the hook, one gets free. 20 extra minutes when you're hungry, haggling over fishing poles is a long time. I admire your patience and perseverance. The BOGO lake must be a small pond that needs to be refilled. The pot at the end of the rainbow is just around the corner. Friday the 17th. The leprechaun will award corned beef and cabbage in lieu of crepes. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all!
Happy St. Patrick's Day indeed, Gavin.
This man is looking really far away. What the fuck is he talking about?
I need to be clear. These were all on the same article. The first thing I read was the blog entry. These were all the comments. Craig's was near the bottom.
Nobody was interacting with it. There's no likes or nothing on it.
And like I said, I think we've had Craig. I think he's been around before. Because I remember somebody writing in this way, and then it barely involved what the topic was about, and then went to something
completely
right.
I mean, I get the joke he's making. It's just
why? Yeah, why is he making that joke?
This man's just having fucking fun.
And God bless him, man.
Yeah, he's having fun out there.
He's having fun, and he's giving us fun.
We don't know where he is. He's just 1.7 miles away.
Yeah, that's a new thing they added, which is really creepy.
Yeah. So if they're 1.9 miles away, perhaps they could be in this neighborhood.
Let's pull up the map and see what the radius looks like. Yeah, that one was a favorite.
A hizzy.
Haza.
It was a hazy.
It was an absolute.
Did I read that correctly? Was that good?
Yeah, I would say. I'm glad you gave the pauses their respect, but maybe a little bit too much respect.
I see.
I think you could have shortened them a little bit, and then I would have said a little bit more energy.
Okay.
Into Craig. I read the post. Once you get a fish on the hook, you shouldn't let it get away. But who am I to judge, Gavin? It was still perfect in its own way. And it doesn't mean I don't love you anymore. It just means I'm disappointed in you. Gavin. What are you listening to this week?
I read the post.
You watched the post again?
No. Fuck no. I'm listening to Come Down Machine by The Strokes.
Not by Bush.
Not by Bush. It's an album that I kind of wrote off. I had written off a while ago. I had written that off a while ago. I was like, this album fucking blows. I remember listening to it once, and I was like, this shit sucks. And it's not my favorite Strokes album by any means. It's very generic Strokes. It feels like RCA told them to make this because they put RCA all over the cover of this.
Is it a newer or older album?
It's from 2013.
Oh, okay.
I remember listening to it, I don't think whenever it came out, but a couple years after it came out, and I was like, yeah, okay, this isn't great. I thought it was more, I don't know why, but I was under the impression it was like a Japanese-inspired album, but it was because of only one song called Welcome to Japan. But I was like, anyway, so I listened to the whole album, and it's not bad. It's just not the greatest Strokes album of all time. It's not like the first 3 albums, I would say. It's nothing like the first 3. Not nothing, but it's it's their 5th album. So it's a couple years after Angles, and I think after Angles, I think they had kind of ran out their creativeness about it. And this was the last project before their 2020 album, The New Abnormal. So I was listening to it.
Done with each other.
Yeah, and it also gave me an excuse because I was like, yeah, they definitely were done with each other because I bet they toured from 2006, whenever First Impressions of Earth came, and then toured until after this album. And they're like, all right, we're taking a break. Because it was 2006, 2011, 2013, and then 2020. So I think I'd give this album a 6 out of 10, but it's worth a listen. My favorite song on this album is 80s Come Down Machine. I think it's someone I follow on Twitter. Groovy, I think is his name. He came back to Twitter. I remember he left Twitter a long time ago. And he's got this very distinct profile picture. It's a guy with a white morph suit on with glasses, with sunglasses and a top hat on. Very distinct profile picture. So I saw him come back and I was like, oh shoot, this guy's back. I'm glad because he had really good takes, and I I like listening to his music takes because he was a big part of music Twitter back in like 2016, 17, 18.
Oh, okay.
I guess I don't know where he went, but he's back, and he was like, I wonder what it feels like to be on. I wonder what people on heroin thought this sounded like.
Okay.
Because it's got like reverb in it, and it's like very trippy. So
is he as prominently involved in the Twitter music world as the really buff guy who dances in front of his mirror?
No, I wouldn't say he's got that.
He doesn't have that reach.
No.
Okay. I don't remember what that guy's name is, but he equally interests me and makes me grossed out.
It's seriously like weird.
And I'm sure I could look into it. And like a Know Your Meme page would tell me all about who he is. But I also kind of like the mystery of like, I don't know anything about this guy. He's so weird, but I love him at the same time.
Yeah, he said, I bet this song would be amazing on heroin.
Yeah. I'm talking about the other guy.
Which,
I was talking about the guy who dances in front of his mirror. I don't know anything about this guy. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. I thought that was like, I'm not even joking. I thought that was just like somebody's weird, like, like throwaway, like I'm just gonna make some weird shit and post to the internet type thing, where it's like an alter ego.
Daily still.
Yeah, I thought it was an alter ego. I'm not even kidding. I think that guy's legit.
I have no idea.
I thought that was an alter ego type guy.
And maybe I'm saying something wrong by saying he grosses me out and interests me at the same time, but he does. I don't know anything about him.
Glistening in the light.
He's funny. I love him. He's just like
the way he sings the songs is also purposely bad. Like people will recommend songs that like they know they can't sing. Do you remember his name?
No, that's what I was trying to figure out. I don't remember what his name even is. But like it's like watching a car catch on fire, because it's like I don't want to look at it because it's bad, but like I can't divert my eyes from it. Like I have to watch every time I don't even follow him, but like he'll just show up on my feed every once in a while.
He's got like huge eyebrows.
Yeah,
too. Like,
he's got like paint on his hair.
Yeah, and his hair goes way out too.
My mind keeps wanting to say Cornelius.
Oh yeah, you know what I think it is.
Is that it?
Something.
I don't know why that keeps popping in my head, but every time I think about it, I think about Cornelius. But I can be completely wrong. I don't know. He's great though. keep it up, glistening man. He's fucking buff as hell, dude.
Yeah,
he's ripped.
That's the crazy part too.
And he has like gauges too.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like
so weird.
That's why I'm like, oh no way, he's real, right? Like no way, like this has to be a bit. But he seems so committed to the bit that like I think it's real.
Yeah, and he'll even
it's the same thing with like that fucking Adams guy on Twitter, where he's like, he's an Australian guy. And he's like, you need to throw
Nick
your
Adams?
Yeah, Nick Adams. He's like,
M&Ms?
Yeah, you need to throw your M&Ms down on the ground and stomp on them. You need to buy the M&Ms.
Transgender M&Ms?
Yeah, that guy. Yep.
Yeah, I think he's
committed.
legit.
He's legit, but I feel like he's embraced the bitness of it.
Yeah, or he's just like, one of those people who like didn't know they were doing a bit, and everybody's like, "Oh man, you're so funny," and then he's like, "Oh, I guess I'll just keep up the shit I was doing, and just act like it's a bit." Yeah,
right.
We'll find out who that guy is afterwards, but yeah, he's great. Speaking of music, because that's what we're talking about, I am listening to a very new album, so new that it just came out on Friday. And it is the debut album from the band Zulu, who I've talked about before. I think I recommended them the week after I went to LA to be present for an office hours recording for the very first time. And Zulu was the guest on that show, which is really cool because that was the first time we had on like a big band. And then especially like having a hardcore band is just like crazy. I mean, they're power violence. Well, power violence is hardcore, but it was just awesome. It was just like weird worlds colliding.
Album.
Debut album.
Nice.
And it's I don't want to say weird because that sounds condescending, because it's weird, but in the sense of like it's a good weird.
I found him. It's Corel B.
Corel. Okay, so Cornelius wasn't far off.
It was close.
Yeah, Coral B. Yeah, Corel B. Because I always read it as Coral B.
And he's always like, he's got a really good taste in music.
Yeah, he's great. He's awesome. He's just like, he makes me want to throw up at the same time because he's so weird.
You don't like that?
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, and he always has, like, you always see, like, his pubes and stuff. Like, his pants are so low. Don't get us copyrighted here. And like he'll post pictures of him sitting on like the most generic couch. Yeah. He has like the most generic looking like apartment too. It's so exactly. It's like the fucking furniture you'd see in your grandma's
These are
house.
back-to-back posts, by the way. There's nothing in between these.
Dude, and doesn't he post like all the fucking time? Yeah, exactly. It's just like the most generic looking thing ever.
Like this guy, it has to be a bit, right?
Oh, for sure. But he's amazing. Look up Carell B on Twitter. I don't know if he's on Instagram. I only know him as a Twitter person.
Like the fact that he has a picture of himself in the back.
Yeah, he's. Wait, show me that one again. Oh, okay. I used to think he had a bandana on because his quality was so bad, and then it just turns out that it's just black paint. Yeah. From like, because it's funny because he has black paint on his eyebrows. But then there's a line of regular colored skin and then more black paint that just like smooths his hair back. Yeah, he's I need to know the story of that man. He's been around for a while too, like a long time, and always doing the same bit.
Looking good, change. Buff. Carell, hi there. Ha, good to see you.
Are those like replies? Okay.
Oh, he did a Sound and Vision cover.
David Bowie? Hell yeah. Yep. Same bit as always. Anyways, we're going way over and I haven't even gotten... No, you're fine. I'm glad you found it. Anyways, back to Zulu. Debut album came out on Friday. It's called A New Tomorrow. And like I said, I don't want to call it weird because that makes it sound bad, but it's different in a good way. And I also don't want to call it weird because that might sound disrespectful because this album is like... I can't figure... I was trying to figure out how to convey it. I don't know how to like... I don't know the right words to say what it is, but it's very like black empowerment, which is fucking awesome because I don't know if you know this or not, but they're an all-black band, all-black hardcore band, which is like a thing that rare. Is not... Well, it's not even a thing. Like there's black vocalists, drummers, guitar player, like, but not an all-black hardcore band. Yeah. Which is fucking awesome. And it's so cool that they're doing that. And like... Not only are they doing something that hasn't been done yet, but they're also changing the genre in such a cool way. Like, I don't want to just focus on the fact that they're an all-black band because that's stupid and that just sounds dumb to say that. But it's fucking awesome. And then they're just doing something with the genre that's really cool. And this album is that. And that's why I say it's weird because it's not like anything they've done before. Because they're mixing in different elements. They're mixing in like spoken word parts. They're mixing in like kind of hip hop and rap, but then also like some like jazz and like blues elements. Like it's just really cool. But then they'll also have like, you know, the fucking hardcore rippers on there at the same time. Like, and it's good. I will have to say it's not my favorite album. I'm not in love with it. I think it's something that could grow on me, but it's one of those that like, those few songs that I really like, I'll re-listen to over and over again. But as far as an album goes, I just don't think I could. It's hard for me to sit and listen through it all the way because it just like it's a lot of interludes, a lot of spoken words, which is all great. Again, like so much respect to what they did for this album, but like as far as replay value for me personally, it's just something that it would just be hard for me to listen to the whole album again. That being said, my favorite song off the album has to go to Life as a Shorty Shouldn't Be So Rough. So good. It just has this fucking super like heavy riff in it with like these, I don't know what the rhythm is exactly, but
polyrhythms.
I don't know. I don't even know what that means. I've just heard people say it and I go, yep. But it's just like, it's so good. Amazing song. That's for sure my favorite. For Sister Humphrey is a great song. Our Day Is Now. I mean, they're all great. Everything on here. And the thing that I love most about it, even though as a full album, it's not really my thing, the production quality is like top notch. Like really? That would be the reason I would want to listen to it again. It's just because like it's produced so well.
It sounds good.
Yeah, everything makes sense. Everything kind of like flows together. It all sounds beautiful. Like the elements you would never hear on a hardcore album or song are like done so well. Like it's super good. I don't know who produced it, but yeah, massive shout out to Zulu. as always, fucking killing it out there, doing their thing. On tour right now with a tour that I would fucking die to see, but they're not coming anywhere near St. Louis, of course. But yeah, that's my long-winded what I'm listening to. Let's get the hell out of here.
Well, everybody,
I mean, you can just see its angles.
Oh, it looks good. You can edit it in post, right?
I will have to, like I have for the past month, because I don't know what's going on and why it's so lopsided.
Your apartment's sinking.
Could be. There's a lot of like weird cracks. We're not stopping yet.
Well,
you really wanted to stop there that badly?
Yeah, I thought it would have been funny.
It would have been funny, but
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Keep watching. Keep listening. Keep sharing. For 2 years.
2 years. Happy 2 years, Gavin.
I'm so sweaty.
That's all right. We can. Hey, how about one of these, buddy? I feel like we just celebrated something recently, but that's because we did 5 episodes.
Yeah, 5 episodes ago. 5 weeks. Wow, 2 years. We got too many episodes. We made it to 105. So.
Too much to do.
Yeah.
As well.
Keep watching. Keep listening. Keep rating. Keep liking. Keep subscribing. We'll be here listening, and you'll be here listening to us.
And you better be here.
Goodbye, bye.